So then we have a way to check. So for example, when we, let's say we have 10 here, and then we run it. Why does it happen always? We ran it anyway. I think this is a new one. So x equals 10. And then somehow after a long period of time, we type x equals alpha. And then after that, you need to know what kind of type is, what is the type of this data. You need to know it, right? Then you can use a function called the type, and then x. It will return, okay, the string. It was integer, but now it's a string. Okay, let's go back to integer again. X equals 10, and then let's just see type of x variable. Now it became integer, right? As you can see here, Python will declares as you need, so you don't need to worry too much about this part. Okay. We will double check it if it's possible. No worries. Anita, thank you for that. And then, so what happens if we have quotation mark around integer? So let's see the difference, okay? Okay. We will try that definitely. Let's see the difference. X equals 5 and y equals 10. And what we want to do is print x plus y. And then if we run it, what's the output? Ta-da! We have 15, right? We are going to do a different one. A equals 5, but with quotation mark. And then we will have B with 10, but with quotation mark, and print A plus B. I'm giving you 1 second. Okay, when I run it, what's the output? It's 510. What happened? So when you have a quotation mark around integer number, Python doesn't take it as integer, but take it as string. So what this plus function is doing in Python, when you add text, it literally put them together, right? That's correct. So it basically combined the string. That's correct. Thank you so much. And we can double check it by using type A. And if we run it, say it's a string. So I'm going back. What happens if we add boolean and integer? Can you do it on your own screen? I'm not gonna do it for you, but can you do it on your own screen and then tell me the result on the chat? We'll give you about 20 seconds. Seems like there's a birthday party in the meeting room. 괜찮아? 괜찮아? Yeah, perfect. Which means true is 1. So integer 1 can be a just bring true. Okay, let's go to the next one. There is another exercise. You can guess the output. The additional exercise will be your homework. Lots of homework today, right? Because we want to go through the next data types. We covered integer and boolean, string, and float, but there are different data types. Yes, Ruchita, thank you. And we have different data types called list, dictionary, tuple, and set. What are they? Because when you do data science or when you do modeling, you usually use multiple numbers, more than 100 different numbers. Like if you want to do power modeling, and you will have 8,760 hours a year, which means if you get only one data point for each day, you get 8,760 data point only for that 1 year, right? So we need a type of data that can handle multiple data types, multiple data in one variable. That's called list. So list is ordered collection. Say number is 1, 2, 3. So list will take 1, 2, 3, all three as a just one single variable. You need to remember this block. And then dictionary is key valued pair. The difference is when you access to this number 1, you can use each position. But when you use dictionary, you can use the name as a key. You're not getting yet, but soon, using the workshop, everyone will understand that. And tuple, there is a tuple, which is immutable. So as soon as it's set, you can't change it. So when you have a very specific data, you want to change, you don't want it to be changed. You can set it as tuple. Then nobody can change it. And another is set, which is unordered unique value. Basically the set in mathematics. Same with set. So the difference is in case of list is ordered, it's ordered and it's mutable. In case of dictionary, it's not ordered and mutable. Not ordered means it literally doesn't have an order. So it doesn't matter if its name is Sam and name 2 is Sangyeon. Doesn't matter. You can change it. Name 2 is Sangyeon and the name is Sam, right? And then tuple is ordered. So it has an order. So you can access it using each order. But it's not mutable. You can't change it. The last one is set. It's mutable. Yes, always you can change it. However, the order, there's no order. Like literally like the set in mathematics. And so we use curly bracket for dictionary and set. Yes, that's correct. And squared bracket for list always, and tuple for that. How do I correct? Yeah, that is not my best English there at all. So yeah, anyway. Uni, how do I call this?
Parentheses.
Thank you. So we can use parentheses for tuple. It's very strict. You can't change it, right? That's how you define those variables. So let's try this one. Before we go through this workshop, I just want to tell you one thing. Usually when we call numbers, when we say numbers, we usually start with 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But Python or most of these programming languages start with 0. So it starts from 0. So when there is my list, right? When we want to access to this first value, it should be my list 0. We will go through it using our workshop. Let's go to our collab. My list was 1, 2, 3. Right? And then we will print it out. My list. And let's see what it says. It's 1, 2, 3, right? And I will show you one thing. Let's try it. I want to print only the first value by list and then square bracket 0. So the location of 1 is 0, not 1. Printing 1, right? And then if we want to change it to 3, let's see, okay, I want to have the third one. So if I write my list is 3, what do you have? It will have an error because there is no location number 3, which means the fourth location. It's confusing. I know. I don't like it, but that's how it works in most of this programming language. So you need to get used to it. Everything started from 0. In your brain, when you want to check the location or when you want to print the location, you always need to add -1 in your brain. It doesn't look cool if you have this minus always in your code, right? So you need to, if I say my list number 2 or my list 2, which means the location, the third location, and then it will print number 3. It's confusing, but yeah. And then the next one we want to go is changing. I want to add a value. This time I want to add value 5. Just try it. I will explain you what we just did. Can you raise your hand if you have done this part so far? Okay. We may need to set a rule. So as soon as there are 10 people raise the hand, I will jump on to the next. I need some more. We have only 5 people following. Seven, 8. Yeah, if you are following so far, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you, Hamad. Thank you everyone. Now let's go to the next one. So what we did here, yeah, that's what I'm going to explain, Rami. So what we are doing here is append is a method. We have my list and we have a method, and append method is we are asking to add one more value into the list at the end of this list. Right? This is the concept of objective-oriented. So my list is actually a variable, but it also has its own method. So that when you add append and then with parentheses, you can add another value as well in the end of the list. Let's run it. Then if we print my list, see, we have one more value. This means this is mutable. We can change the value. But we said this tuple is not mutable. It's not changeable. We said tuple is immutable. Let's try it. Okay, the person error. Yes. Yeah, the reason is because you use the parentheses when you declare my list. That's what we are going to do. So what deleter did was this. Append is 1, 2, 3 with parentheses rather than scared. And then if we want to add a value using append, it will return exactly the same error that deleter was seeing. Seen or so. Right? This means this is not immutable. So you cannot change a value of tuple. You can just redefine it. My list is 1, 2, 3, 5. You can redefine it, but you can't change it, right? This allows you to have a better protection of your data when you code something. So we also can do the same with our string, and then we also tried how to access this ordered item, right? Fruit, we have apple. Here we add apple and banana, 2 items in one variable called fruit, and then we are adding fruit dot append cherry. So in the end, let's think about it. In the end, we will have apple, banana, and cherry in fruit, right? And then if you want to access to grape, no, sorry, if you want to add grape into the first position of the list, you can just say fruit 0, which is the first position is grape. Is it true? Let's try. Fruit is, because we don't have much time, I'm going to just say A, B, C. And then we are going to add fruit append B. And we print fruit. Right. And then shift enter. We have A, B, C, D. Right? But if you want to change an item, root change. Let me change the first item. I don't like A. I want it to be, let's say, K. And then let's print fruit. See, A became K, which is mutable. And also it explains this is ordered. So you can access to the item using the order of the item.